Hey, this is your standing ab workout. You're going to need one set of medium weights. So something that's not too light, something that's not too heavy. I'm gonna be using a set of 5-pound weights. So I'm gonna grab that, I'm gonna set it aside, and we're gonna be using those. Of course, feel free to listen to your body, have a range of weights set out for yourself so that you can work with the right weight for the right exercise. We're going to be working on our core. Of course, our core is not working in isolation. So because we're working standing on our core, we will also feel it in the hips and the glutes and a little bit into the back. So it's going to be really good for strengthening our complete torso, our core. We're going to start with a little bit of warm up, a little bit of a movement to begin with. So just swing your arms side to side, have the feet about body width apart, and just give your body a little swing, a little movement, and lengthen the spine. Free up your shoulders. Nice. Roll out your shoulders a couple of times and roll out through the ankles. We're gonna be standing the entire time, so we wanna make sure our feet are ready to support our weight. Roll out the opposite direction, and then go with the other leg. Roll it out. From here, we are going to start with some marches. We're gonna march on the spot. Let's bring your arm and stack them in front of your body. Forearm on top of forearm, the shoulders are down away from the ears here. Thigh up towards the chest, try not to lean back. So noticing that as we march, we're not leaning back, we're not losing our core. So right away we engage that core by hugging the belly button in towards the spine, by not focusing on how high that leg is coming up, but really thinking about the stability of your torso and your spine here. Shift the weight forward onto the balls of the feet as you march, march, march. Reach your arms out to the side, keep marching. Yes, expand through the arms, open up through the chest, energize through the palms and the fingertips. We're gonna cross elbow to knee, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. Now don't worry about touching elbow to knee. We're trying to find that connection, that standing tiny crunch, keeping the weight forward. We're gonna feel this in the hip flexors, in your abs. Keep going. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4. We're gonna jog on the spot. Very small jog. It can be balls on the feet on the ground, sort of lifting of the heels, or it can be a full jog. Just getting that body warm, getting those ankles warm. For 3, for 2, let's squat. Feet about body width apart. Down and up. And every time you stand up, imagine there's a flashlight on your belly button that we're trying to shine forwards. Hips down, hips up, chest open, shoulders down. You got 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold the next one down. Reach your arms over top of your forehead to a long diagonal line, and then swim through the air. Open the arms, hug through the shoulder blades, sweep your arms down, reach them back up. Swim again, open the arms, sweep it down. Keep your hips low, your chest forward but open, and the spine nice and long, belly button hugging in. Your last swim through the air. Reach your arms overhead as you stand up tall. Open the arms, press the palms down, roll out your shoulders. Nice work. We're gonna grab our weights. Grabbing one in each hand, we're gonna start with a little bit of some oblique dips. With your feet about body width apart, find a softness in your knees. So side view, softness in the knees. Right away, that's gonna help draw through the tailbone. So tailbone towards the heels, hips underneath the shoulders, knees continue to be soft. We're gonna dip over to the right, and then exhale, engage with the oblique muscles to draw yourself back up. Other side, inhale to lower, exhale to draw up. Keep the knees bent the entire time. Noticing when you dip over, it's through your core and it's not through your shoulder. So we wanna make sure that the shoulders stay level. We're not dropping the arm to begin. We're dipping and engaging to come up. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, the beauty of having more than one set of weights to work with is if you feel like your weights are not enough, grab some extras, and you can add the weight, change the weight, or lessen the amount of weights that you have. But we want to get into the side obliques. And the work isn't on the down, the work is on the exhale to drop. Belly button to spine, breathe in to come down, breathe out to draw up. You want to imagine there's like a drawstring on either side of your body. That drawstring is being pulled to connect through the obliques to draw yourself back up. Let's hold the next one over to the right and pulse it up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. So you're feeling this right here in that side oblique, little lift. Belly button to spine. Yes, shoulders soft, neck long, gaze forward. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's pulse the other side down and then up 1 inch and down. Up 1 inch and down. Good, noticing that every time you lift up, it has nothing to do with momentum. We're not dropping down. It's super careful, super controlled, very purposeful, and it's small. 4 more. Almost there. 3, 2, and our last one. Stand up tall. Now, if you got all these different weights, go ahead and set some of them down. Come back to just one set to begin. See how you like it before we continue. And we're gonna start with reaching one arm up. The same arm is like out to the side. Find that soft bend in that supporting leg. Exhale, drive elbow to knee. Exhale, inhale. I like to have the other weight still in my hand just for a bit of balance. You don't need it, you're not doing anything with that side. But for me, it just feels more balanced because I have the same weight on either arm. But if you feel like it's too much, feel free to drop that. Don't drop the weight, but let that weight go. And then noticing that we're not tapping and putting the weight into the leg. You want to put all your weight to one side, and that free leg just moves up and down. It's like it's in water, super weightless. We feel this in the core, we feel this in the shoulders. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. We're gonna hold the next one. We're gonna find a balance. We're gonna pulse just the leg up, just the leg up. Hold. Try not to lean to the side like so. Keep standing tall. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. Step your feet wide. Good. From here, take your weights into your body. Take an inhale breath. Twist down. Exhale. Drive up on a diagonal. Breathe in. You can soften the knees. Exhale. Drive it back up. You can use 1 weight or 2. Strong core. Drive it back up. Breathe in and breathe out. Yes, breathe in. Soft bend through the knees. Exhale. Tailbone to the floor. 2 more. Not here for very long. Last one. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Soft bend through the knee. Leg extends. Same arm as leg is lifted. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale down. Find that balance. Find that little tiny side crunch. Keep the elbow still in that 90 degree so we're not fully dropping the elbow down. It's a little down and lift. Press it to the sky like you're pushing the ceiling away from you to create a higher room, a higher ceiling. No weight on that toe as it touches down. Trying our best not to lean to the side, but still standing tall for 4. Last 3. Pulse in 2. Next time, hold the leg up, pulse the leg up and up. Good. This is that true test. How's that balance? How's that core? Belly button drawn in, chest open. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet wide, soft knee bend. Reach the arms down by your hip. Exhale. Drive it up on that diagonal. Inhale. Belly button hugging in. Exhale, lift up. You can keep the elbows bent, especially if those weights feel a little heavy. Breathe in, breathe out. We feel it through our abdominals into our obliques. You got 2 more. And you got 1 more. Bring the feet to about hip width, body width apart. Arms down by your hips. We're gonna squat down. Exhale, lift up. So this, you're definitely gonna feel in the hips, glutes, and hamstrings, but it requires keeping your core strong in order to do this super strong and feeling stable. So I'll stand on a side view, you keep going down and up, hips come down and back, spine stays long. So noticing that I'm not really rounding my spine, I'm not dipping through the low back, I'm hugging the belly button in, but now we have that extra few pounds to add that resistance on the way up. We're gonna go for 2 more. And then we're gonna find that pulse next time we come down. Stay low and pulse down and up 1 inch, down and up 1 inch. If those weights are really starting to drag your shoulders down, you can bring those weights towards your chest or your belly button. Pulse. You got 4, you got 3, you got 2, you got 1. Roll out the shoulders. Let's put the weights down. And then from here, standing leg kicks, reaching hand to opposite leg. Try not to bend the knees. Keep the leg long as you reach up so it becomes more work for the low abdomen and that low back to stay still and strong and tall. Don't worry about whether the toe touches the hand or not at all. Stay tall, stay tall. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. And from here, knee repeaters, step to one side, other leg extends out, draw it in, draw it in. Knee up to the chest, elbows back. Soft bend on that supporting leg, hinge forward at the hips, long spine. It's like a standing single leg crunch. Draw it in, draw it in. Strong arms, big breath. We have 4, 3, right away, other side. Step and pull. Pull. My gaze is down on the ground but away from my legs. So noticing you're not looking at your toes, but you're looking at the space on the floor in front of you so that we can keep the neck long in line with the spine. Keep those arms strong. Keep the leg lifting up as high as you can towards the chest to get that standing ab curl. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down by your hips. Hands behind the head. Exhale, draw elbow to knee. And then come down. Standing bicycles. Go slow to begin because it does include twisting your upper body. Sometimes that throws your balance off, so take your time with this. If you need to reset, go ahead. Move slow, go ahead. But if you want a bit more, go ahead and come a little quicker. Elbow to knee. Belly button to spine. Twist, twist. 8, 7, 6, 5. You know what's coming. There's gonna be pulse to the side and pulse. Find that balance. Elbow to opposite knee for 4, 3, 2. Other side. Pulse right away. Pulse. Lift. Elbow to knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Roll it out. Let's grab those weights again. We're gonna grab those weights. From here again, feet about body width apart, reach your arms overhead. You can use 1 weight or you can use 2 weights. And from here, we're gonna dip side to side overhead. So here is where you wanna be careful of shoulders. If those weights feel really heavy on those shoulders and those arms, go ahead and swap them out. But what we wanna do is imagine you're like a tree in the wind. When the wind blows, you want your trunk to be strong. That's your body. You want your roots to be down in the soil. That's your feet. And it's just the branches and the leaves. That's your head and your shoulders and your arms. It's just that's moving. So the body stays tall as we tip side, center, side, so that it feels, keep going. So it feels like it's just coming from your obliques, yeah? Little obliques to drop. You've got 4, soften those shoulders away from those ears. 3, it's such a small movement. It's smaller than you think it needs to be. 2, and then last one. And release. Bring those weights into your body, okay? From here, we're gonna twist, lift one leg up, twist, lift the other leg up. So we're twisting in the direction of the leg that we're lifting. So again, it's like standing crunches with a twist, adding that weight to get into those obliques. Exhale, lift. Spine stays long. Try not to curl around the low back. So noticing the body stays tall here. This is what we don't want to do. Okay, and we want to stay tall. Tall. You've got 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last one. Find that small squat, small bend, and punch, and punch. Now, these punches, we're reaching the elbow, but we're not twisting the shoulder. So try not to throw from the back, reach from the elbow so that you keep your belly button hugging in. Strong upper body, soft bend through the knees, hips nice and stable underneath your shoulders. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, we're gonna add a march. Oop, opposite arm to leg, opposite arm to leg, run. So the upper body does the exact same thing, just like we practice, but now we add that lower body, we add that low abdominal, we add those hip flexors. You've got 4, last 3, last 2, last 1, and we come back to how we started, feet about body width apart, and we come back to those dips. Come back to that control, inhale, exhale. This time, once you get yourself set up, play around with opening your feet a little wider, because that's gonna give you a bit more room to dip a little lower. So now that we're a bit more warm, our core is definitely more engaged. Open your feet a little wider, keep the soft bend through the knees. And again, as you reach down, we're not rounding through the spine, we're not dropping through the shoulder, we're just getting this right in the obliques. Imagine that tree trunk again. Strong trunk, long roots, and keep breathing. So slowing it down, coming back to this. We're gonna hold to the left this time, and we're gonna pulse it down and up an inch, down and up. And I want you to really focus on that opposite oblique. So if your left arm down, it's your right oblique, pulling in, contract, expand, contract for 3, 2, 1, other side, down and up an inch. Yes, just like this. If the low back is starting to feel tight, almost reach a little bit more on a diagonal forward. Give it a bit more space within that low back. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Walk the feet in, roll out through the shoulders. Go ahead and put your weights aside. And let's stretch it out. Let's take a deep breath in, overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, hug the elbows, let your head dangle. And let the back body extend long. Bend your knees, roll it up through the spine. Bring one hand to your hip, other arm comes up and over. Side body stretch. We did a lot of oblique work here, so let's stretch it out. Play around with lifting your chest to the sky and then angling down just to get a bit more back body and chest opening. And then we're gonna stretch out the other side. Really bring the hips to the other side and then find that twist of the upper body. And then release, bring your hands right onto your hips behind you. So I'll just stand to the side. From here, soften through the knees, lift the chest up, supporting through that low back. Lean back slightly so you feel a length through your abdominals. And then release, roll out your shoulders, shake out your feet. You're all done. Standing abs. Great work.